down
Yeah,
and
sounds good.
drop it in the chat when you're ready and I'll look it over. All right, I am back. So if you have any questions, of course, let me know, but oops, I didn't mean for that.
All right, let me put this in the chat.
All right, to prove that X, you want to say to prove that circle X is similar to circle Y. You got to be more specific. To prove that circle X is similar to circle Y. You might say a translation and dilation are required or must be shown. Maybe say must be shown, and then you can go to that sentence there. First, comma. There's the translation circle X right. Now next there's a dilation scale factor K of 1/2. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. That's really good. That'll do it. There.
So let me quickly get that. All right, 1 second. Let me get this done. Okay, let me click it down. All right. 1 second. Let me for the next problem. I did start on it. Yes, sure. Just let me quickly grab that. Once I can get this step up for a second. All right, I think I got the work that yep, no, yep, this is the right one. All right. Let me put the next question in the chat here.
Sounds good.
Again, this is the written question. Oh, yeah. So it should be in the chat now.
There it is. I see that. Right. Yeah, let's take a look here. Complete the square to read the following equation. Must show work to calculation credit. Okay. So yeah, this is something you would see in a previous course, an algebra course. And I don't know if you haven't completed the square in a while, it's very challenging for most students. Now, what you're going to see me do next is put a box here and a box here. Okay, and that's the completing the square part. It's not the actual square, but we're going to put a number in the box and a number in the box. Okay. All right. So like we're going to put a
Got it.
number in here. We're going to put a number in here. Okay. Now, like there's a lot that leads into this, but these are all based, completing the square is based on what are called perfect. Oh, that's the wrong color. Perfect square trinomials.
Got it.
Okay. So here's the perfect square trinomial. It's a squared plus 2ab plus b squared becomes a plus b squared, like that. And
Mhm.
so that's the simplest way to do it, which it's kind of an algorithm, is you take half of this number and then you divide by 2. I'm sorry, that's wrong. You take half of this number and then square it. So you take half of 4, which is 2, and then you square it, and then you put a +4 +4, like that. Okay, now these three terms are a perfect square trinomial. It ends up being x plus 2 squared. Okay, if you were to foil this, you would get back to this.
Got it. Because when I did it, so when I did it here, what I did is I got the x and the value for the constant for x and the constant for y. To get, because we're trying to get the we're trying to get it to that x minus h and y minus k plus squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So what I did is I got the constant for x and the constant for y, and then I divided both of them by 2 and squared the value of that, and got 4 for x and 9 for y. And then after that, I just I got x squared plus 4. So I took the x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus y squared minus 6x plus 9 and got x plus 2 squared.
Okay,
X plus 2 squared
let
plus
me finish up this
2
next part.
squared.
I mean, we're only halfway done here, so keep that in mind. Um, so do you want me to continue so you
Yeah,
can see this?
yeah,
Okay.
so far it seems like this.
Okay, so then
Okay.
the next thing here is you have to take half of -6, which is -3, and then square it to get +9.
Yeah,
Now
I think
this is
that's what
not the
I
way
did.
I show it, but this is the way that um, this is the way that you may.
Yeah, I think this is the, oh,
So
yeah,
then down here it ends up being y minus 3 squared. The reason why it's minus is because of that number there.
oh, okay, because minus would be, well, actually, no, yeah, because it's, oh, yeah, because
Exactly.
it was minus would be, yeah, it would be minus, yeah. All right,
Exactly.
yeah, that
So
makes
so
sense.
now there's a plus in between them, equals, okay? And then from here, you're -4 +4 +9, 9 total, like that.
Got it. Wait, wouldn't it be 9 squared?
Nope, it's 9. Now we'll talk about the actual standard form of this, but
Oh, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not even curious. Yeah, that makes sense. That would be 9.
so the standard form here is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, like that.
Okay.
Okay, now this is where it's a little bit awkward for students. The center is 8 comma k. So your center for your problem is -2 comma 3. So a couple of ways you can remember. You can just remember its opposite sign. It's not 2, it's -2. Instead of -3, it's 3. Or you can remember that because it's -8, you're really setting 2 equal to -h and solving for 8. Is that okay?
So yeah, that would mean that. All right, so let's see. So so that would
Now
be
the radius in this case, r squared is equal to 9, so the radius is equal to 3.
yeah, three, yeah, because 3
Okay,
squared
so
would be 9.
just so that we don't have any issues, probably good for you to um, go ahead and put some of this down and see what you come up with.
Yeah, so what I did before, the equation that I came up with was x plus 2 the whole squared plus y minus 3 the whole squared equals 9. So I think it's the same thing that we got here.
But you got to show the steps. Like they're gonna wonder how you got that because there's a million calculators where you go
Yeah,
up
I
there.
know. Yeah, I just did it the way that I told you before, which was taking the x value constant, the y constant, dividing that by 2, and then squaring it would equal the 4 and the 9. And then you get the x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus y squared minus 6y plus 9 equals -4 plus 4 plus 9, which the -4 and 4 cancel out, which would give you 9 on that side, and then x plus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 9. Or yeah, but would yeah, so I guess in this case they're asking for the r simplify, which should be 9. In this case, it would be. I think what they're looking for is a kind of like a tendency to explain the answer than just like the work behind the answer. So let me take a picture of this on paper. Put that there. So, engine. Next one's one of these activities, but I just wanted to let me, put a screenshot of like, question. Alright, so here's what it is. There's the question that I'm talking about now. So let me
Boy,
paste
this loaded one.
yeah, so the part so here let me so the part that I kind of want of that question is number 2 and 3. Let me put the answers that I put for 2 and 3 in the chat. So here's the answer that I gave for number 2, and this is the answer that I gave for number 3. Let me put this in the answer. This was my
Okay.
answer for
I
number
mean,
3. That's, yes, because yeah, so that's what I put for number 2 there.
what's the deliverable for number one? I mean,
For
do you have a
number,
graph already? I mean,
oh
have you
yeah,
done that?
yeah,
I mean,
that's
you don't have
fine.
to, you don't have to send it to me. Just ask if that's
Yeah, yeah, I have that. So pretty much I've done all the number here, all the steps here. I just wanted to check number 2 and 3 for like the written part of it.
okay.
Make sure everything's good with that before like submitting it.
Yeah, two looks good. I mean, there's plenty here. I mean, this is way more complete than like our earliest attempts. So I read it over. It looked fine. Um, what
Right.
you need help with number three?
Number 3 I do have in the chat, but it says to prove it, like it says give an example of tenants in the real world, which I did find an example, but I'm have some trouble like explaining the second part of that, like,
Well,
I don't
yeah, I
know,
mean,
it's like
your rope is tangent to the pulley. That's for sure. Um, these are good questions, because there are a lot of tangents, in the real world. So how many do you think you need?
um I think it was one, yeah, it was just one.
Okay. Um, well, I don't see any problem with this.
But yeah, the part where it's like proof, like I think it said it's like explaining how you know the tangent and radius, an example of a perpendicular. I was
So
trying, yeah,
when you pull on the rope, it spins, the pulley spins, but does not move. Like it does not move like left or right, up or down. It just sits there and rotates. That's how you know they're perpendicular.
yeah. So I think let's see. So pulley, so basically, you're explaining that the pulley doesn't move at all. It just rotates in place, and
Yes, exactly. So I guess add some words to that and, drop something in the chat there.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
I'll just add it to the end of the first part of this number 3 answer. There we go. Should be good. Oh yeah, right. There is a couple questions, just like on the questions from like the recent uh kind of quiz and test and kind of stuff like that. I'd like to go over.
Sure. Yeah, we got 19 minutes left. 20
This
minutes
is
left.
sort of
We'll
the type of stuff that we'll be going over like this week, mostly just stuff from like previous lessons that I just want to understand. Let me put this in the chat.
right. Take a look here.
Okay. See, I believe I already sent this, but yeah. So I just kind of want to go over
Yeah,
like the
okay.
right stuff.
What is the measure of angle ACB? So they want this one right here. Okay. To so that there's a lot of extra lines here. What we really want, oops, that's not right. That's not the good drawing. That we really want is X, M, and big M. So X is equal to big M minus little m divided by 2. And so like we want to find X, so we need big M, which is 176. Little m you get from the fact that there's an inscribed angle in the circle, that 56 degrees turns into 112 degrees. All over 2. So 64
Oh, so it's
divided by
kind of like the
2.
other thing that we did the other day.
Yeah, it's just
There's
got more stuff going on.
it's kind of like the stuff that we did the other day. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Oh yeah, so then you find the length of the arc. The length of the arc that's intersecting it by just doubling the 56. Yeah, I think that's everything. I think I got how to do that now. All right, let's see. All right, let me put this in Next one's in the chat.
All right, so CE is 126. C, there's a CE. What is the measure of CEE? Okay, so really similar to the previous one. When you have a tangent, it's still x little m and big M, and x is big M minus little m divided by 2. Since they're giving you little m is 126. Big M is the other one, and the two circles. If you go all the way around the circle, it's 360 degrees. Excuse me. So that's 126. And then we do 360 minus 126, which is going to give you 234 degrees. Okay, so that's big M. Big M is 234 minus 126 divided by 2. So go ahead and calculate that and just confirm that it actually is the answer here that you think it should be.
I got 54.
Okay.
Okay, so that's appears to be what the correct answer. The step is there. Alright, Um, area. Right. Um,
All right, so my guess is the picture you made just didn't work out here. So Isabel is staying on the top of a water slide that leads to a pool below. The angle of depression of the top of the pool is 26.67. You got to draw a triangle. The angle of depression is made with the horizontal. So this is the 26.67. It's also the angle of elevation. Okay, now it says the water slide is 33 feet long, so that's 33 feet. How far is the top of the slide from the ground? So are they asking you to solve for A or B?
Um, they're asking me to solve for B.
Yes. So relative to this angle, B is opposite, right?
Yeah,
And 33 is the hypotenuse. So which trig function do you use?
opposite. Alright, what is which is sine?
You said sine, right?
Yeah.
The sine of 26.67 degrees equals the opposite B over 33. So go ahead and solve that for B, and let me know if that's what you expected.
Sine of 6, 7. Sine of 26.67 times 33.
B here is 33 times the sine of 26.67.
I got 32.981.
Okay. Let me try it myself here. Expecting that to just work out nicely. Okay. 33 times sine 26.67. Yeah, so make sure your mode is in degrees. I get a different result. I get the 15. Go ahead and try it one more time. 33 sine of 26.67. Go ahead and give that one more look and
Yeah, I got 15. Yeah, I got 15. That's the right answer. All right. All right. Don't think I have anything else to go over with you today. So I think we'll do a little bit
yeah, we
earlier
stop here.
today.
Appreciate it. I mean, so let me go ahead and stop the recording.